so you guys know. So she's trying to be Insta or YouTube famous. Oh yes, they do. Oh yes, they do.
All right, here's the notes. Adam, you gonna start filming now, or you want to go over this real quick?
Let's do it.
Have a small print.
Okay. Well, this is like back-to-back sessions where no fucking around, getting right to business. Got a lot going on these last couple days. We've got our live webinar Sal and I are doing for all the code trainer and coaches. So I know like a lot of people don't. I for some reason I do better with the pill form of this stuff. So I'm doing the pill form of the EAAs. By the way, by the time this goes live, the Angelo episode where we talk all about the EAAs that everybody's been asking about, that is already out. So if you go to Mind Pump, Keon, Angelo, that episode, as the recording of now, was today's the 22nd. The 23rd is when that went up for on the Mind Pump podcast. But 7 of these between meals has been the protocol. Okay, I'm gonna get a quick little stretch on the legs, some 90-90s, some hip swings, stuff like that. And we're going to squat. I think what I'm going to do today here, just because I'm limited on time, I want to get 4 sets of good squats in. Really excited to see how I feel. We deadlifted yesterday, yesterday. Felt really good doing that, felt strong, doing that stronger than what I was last time. I hope I feel the same way with squats. So I hope that they don't fatigue me like last time. Legs are starting to feel good. I already feel them filling out, which is awesome. So let's get to work on these 90-90s. Got some corn today. So I already can tell that recovery is getting a lot better as far as after starting to slowly inch the weight up. The soreness is getting better. Like it's not that bad for me every day, which is good. I want to feel a little bit, right? I want to feel like I worked. I want to feel a tiny bit of soreness, but I don't want to feel debilitating, right? I don't want to feel like, oh my God, I don't want to touch that muscle again. It's so sore. I don't want to feel like that. Part of what I think is helping that and what will support that is that my calories are up, right? I've had a few days now where I'm getting 3,000 calories. I'm starting to hit the 200 grams of protein. Those are all big wins for me. So us starting to get up to that 3,000 calorie range, getting in 200 grams of protein. Probably the most important things for me to prime before I squat is my ankle mobility. That's primarily for good squat depth, so my knee can travel over my toes comfortably. And then priming my hips, the 90-90 you saw me do, just so those are all woken up. So I want to squat here, just because we're limited on time. Good 4 sets of squats. And then probably cut the video here. And then I'll just tell you guys what I end up doing at home later on. I'll either do some real light shoulder work. Maybe I'll do some triceps, or maybe I'll do abs. I'll probably do something easy, basic, maybe with my bands. Okay. Get these hips going. So what I'd like to do, stay around the 10 rep range, And I'd like to load the bar a little more than we did last time. So it's not saying much since we've only done 135. So hopefully we can easily go up a little bit.
You guys know Adam does Pilates?
You know, that's why that guy moves like a 90-year-old, because he doesn't do any of his mobility work. Just a big gorilla. You should see him get in and out of a chair. Okay. Time to go. It's go time. So I got really excited. I was in the Fitness 19 gym, which is like the gym full of high schoolers. And I see that the workout attire style is coming back to my era when I was like 19, 20. So the move was to wear XXX shirts, XXX sweats. You got your belt around your waist, you got this big blouse underneath there, and you couldn't tell what you were hiding underneath there. I used to love to train like that. And now I see these young kids doing it. Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh, the first time hearing that sound clanging together. They felt so lonely before. I'll apologize ahead of time for not a lot of coaching today, just because I'm trying to move. But hey, I mean, this is a real life docu-series, and sometimes you're limited on time. I think one of the things that's changed for me as I've gotten older is giving myself permission to come in and just do one exercise. So in my 20s, I used to have this attitude of like all or nothing. If I didn't crush the weights for 50 minutes and have this crazy crippling workout, it wasn't worth it. Where that's so not true. That coming in here and getting 4 really good sets of squats is not a bad workout day, especially when you've been consistent like we are, and that matters to me more. So I almost took today off because of how the schedule was. I thought, you know what? I'll just get in and just do one movement. If I find time later on to do something else, I will. Mostly just so I can keep that consistency. So that felt really good right there. It's kind of interesting. Sometimes when you load the bar on squats, it's easier to keep better form and technique loaded than it is really light. Some people will notice this. There's a reason for that. Because when you start to load a good amount of weight, enough weight where your body goes, ooh, okay, that's heavy, you end up bracing the core really well. And that's such an important piece to the squat. So as you see me get in there, shoulder blades are pinched back. I'm wedging that bar down in there. So that's keeping my upper back, my chest up high in good posture. And then I got my stance. Now what you don't see is right before I go down, I draw the core in and brace. So like I almost draw it in and then I tighten it as I come down. And that keeps that spine really rigid and supported. And when you have a real light weight on your back, like just the bar, or for some people 135, it's so light that you don't have to brace and you can kind of just go through the motions. But then the squat doesn't feel good. It's not until I start to load the bar where that weight is heavy and my body goes, oh, we need a brace. And with a squat, it just like a deadlift, if the technique is slightly off or you're not bracing correctly, power leaks out. This is why it's so important on technique, because if you can brace and have perfect technique, the movement, man, the exercise, especially with this squatting and deadlifting, it gets way easier when the technique is good. Technique's off, power leaks out. Makes the exercise way more difficult than what it should be, and you don't get as much return on it. And I feel like my form gets better as my load goes up. First time going up to 185. See how we feel. So bars wedged in tight. Right before I go down, brace the core. Oh yeah. Feels good. So much better. Little wins, man. Those are the small wins right there. I'm trying to think how many legs days has that been? Deadlift twice, squat twice, lunges. So that's about the sixth, I want to say the sixth workout we've had on legs. Starting to feel the strength, stability coming back, even the muscle endurance, right? I mean, I'm still winded, but I already feel it getting better. So 2 down, 2 more to go. I'm gonna keep that weight on for sure right now. I really want to go 225. Even if it's lower reps, I want to do that, but we do this 185 for 3 sets, working sets like that, we'll be plenty good. I mean, that's a big jump when you think about it from 135. So there's different breathing techniques. I kind of addressed this earlier about the most important thing is that you breathe. When I squat, I like to breathe all the way in, and I hold my breath as I drop into the hole. And the holding the breath is me just really focusing on bracing the core. And then as I come out of the hole, I breathe out as I come up. That was so good. I'm not gonna lie, there's a part of me that is doing better with keeping my ego in check because I know it's being documented. If I was training by myself and I wasn't also trying to teach, I know 100% my dumb ass would add more load. I guess the first step is knowing better, learning what you're supposed to do. The next challenge is actually listening and doing what you're supposed to. We might be doing okay on time here. It's 3 right now. Yeah, shit. Damn it. Well, I have 2 choices right now. I can hurry up, finish this 1 set, call it a day, or just accept I'm going to take the call here, do it in the office, and then do some arms. I think we're already at a point where I'm going to hit traffic, so maybe I'll just stay here with you guys and do a set of tricep. So we'll do triceps after this. Yeah, that's what we'll do. I got another meal here too, so I can just eat here. All right, last one. Definitely think that, I don't know if you remember me talking, one of the first days we squatted, I said that I could feel the hamstring on one side more. I told you it was most likely internal, external rotation of the hips on one side. Just by being disciplined and doing my 90-90s every day, already fixed that. I feel balanced right now in the squat. There's no discrepancy between my left and my right, which is good sign. Means we're doing the work that we're supposed to. Okay, last one. That was perfect. Just the right intensity. Wanted to feel that struggle the last couple of reps in the top set. Felt really good. Legs are growing. Okay, we will do some triceps. I'm gonna do dumbbell skull crushers right behind Jerry. Jerry's trying to avoid the camera. We're gonna put her on camera. Yeah, I'm gonna do dumbbells. All right, dumbbell skull crushers it is. So, one of the reasons why I love dumbbell skull crushers opposed to the camber bar or straight bar is that when you do the camber bar, you tend to come down like to 90 degrees and then come back up, or else you crush your skull. Where with dumbbells, I can turn my wrist like this, which changes nothing for the tricep, by the way. So pronating, supinating the wrist changes no difference, and the recruitment for the triceps. Triceps getting worked the same either, no matter what. And then why I like the dumbbells is I can bring them all the way down by my head. And what this does is it gets me in that real deep stretch position. And when you think about the exercise right here, the most value is in the stretch position. Not saying that you don't get value through the whole movement, but when I'm at the top of the rep, it's not that challenging, right? And so what you'll see a lot of guys do is they'll grab real heavy weight and then they'll shorten their range up just so they can say they can do it with 40-pound dumbbells or whatever, where you'd be far better off grabbing 25, 30-pound dumbbells and bringing it all the way through that full range of motion and coming up. So that's why I like dumbbells. It doesn't mean you'll never see me do the cambers, but I just prefer the dumbbells. So let's start with, I don't know, triceps have been feeling pretty good. I think I can start with 30s. I think I was doing 25s last time. Yeah, maybe we'll start with 25s the first set. Can always go up. That feels pretty light. See, good deep stretch. So somebody might ask, why the dumbbells instead of like dips? You'll hear us talk about some of the biggest bang for your buck exercises for the arms are also multi-joint movements, right? Compound lifts. So like the best exercise to build your triceps is arguably bar dips or like close grip bench press. The reason why I'm over here on skull crushers today is because I'm trying to take it easy on the chest stuff. The goal is probably to take this entire week off of push, even though the chest feels good after taking my BPC and TB 500. I don't want to make the same mistake I made last time with getting overly ambitious and starting to really push, right? I did those real deep stretch dips. I started doing heavy incline press like an idiot. So I'm going to be a little stickler now about avoiding things that are going to put the chest in a compromising position. So in this case, I'm going to do skull crushers over something like dips. And then even before I do dips, I'll probably go back to close grip bench before I get into dips, just because it puts you in that really deep stretch in the chest. And I think what I'm going to do is starting next week, so I'm going to take this entire week off of any chest stuff, no matter how I feel. Next week, if I continue to feel as good as I feel or better, I'm going to do bands. So I'm going to do band chest work for at least a week or two before I start to hit dumbbells and stuff again. I'm going to do 4 sets of these. So do another with the 25s. You know what? No, let's go 30s. Let's go 30s. And if it's heavy, I'll go down to 10 reps. And if I have to, I'll go back. My arms can take a beating. Oh, yeah.
I try to do that. I still do that. To be more confident. I was just like, I stay here in my county spot. She like drove away, drove back. She drove away again, drove back.
Oh, wow. Ooh. Ooh. Barely got 10 of those. I think I'll go down for the last set just because I feel myself getting shaky and wanting to cheat the rep. So I don't want to go lower than 10 reps. Not on these, not right now. So I'm going to go back to the 25s. So I got 2 sets of the 30s. So I think I'm going to try and get a scheduled body fat test at the end of next week. So got about 10 more days to make as much progress as I can to see what kind of change we got. I definitely want to be down at least 1% or 2 body fat wise. I mean, I have to be realistic too. It's only been 4 weeks, right? And so what I tell a client in 4 weeks time, 0.5% a week is realistic, right? So, and that's on the good end, right? So if you're doing really good, 0.5% each week, so 2% body fat down would be phenomenal. So, but I can't freak out even if I'm only down like 1%. So I'm mentally prepared for only seeing that. We're still early, right? Barely getting momentum. We're barely consistently hitting protein intake. So I have to be realistic with my results. I hope I see better than that. I feel better than that, but I also want to be prepared because I can't let one body fat test that doesn't give me the results I want discourage me from what I know I'm doing. I know I'm doing the right things. So I think setting the expectation like that is so important because I remember when I first started getting those body fat tests all the time and working my ass off, dieting, doing all the things, and then you get a body fat test that doesn't move in the direction that you wanted it to. It can be really discouraging. So we'll address that if that happens, but I'm pretty confident we'll move in the right direction. It's just a matter of how much we've moved in the right direction so far. Okay, last set. Oh, it's a good thing we went lighter. Muscle fatigue is setting in right now. Oh, okay. Yep. Well, good thing we went lighter. Could have done a couple more reps, but would have been ugly. Okay. We're getting there, buddy. We're getting there. I hope, hoping we do the reveal like in 4 weeks, that I'll fire this docu-series up a little more. I think everybody wants to see the proof in the pudding first. I remember when I did my first journey that I documented from fat to fit, and I used to record it all by myself, and I gave up on it. I remember telling Katrina, this was well before Mind Pump, I was like, nobody's gonna wanna watch this shit. It's so boring and it's so slow to see the results. So I stopped doing all the recording, but I kept taking pictures and monitoring. And that was actually when I went viral, like back in 2015? When my Instagram started to blow up because of my transformation pictures. And then everybody was paying attention and following, right, back then. And I wish I had all of it all documented on video to show everybody the process. This time we'll have that. And I apologize for how boring it is now, but it gets cool when I start to look cool. That's a wrap, D.